Hello lovelies, it's a beautiful spring day. If you've been looking at this season's spring summer trends for 2025 and you're just wondering to yourself, that's great, I love what I see, beautiful, it's eye candy, but how do I take it from the runway to real life? Then you're in the right place because today we're covering 7 spring summer fashion trends that you can easily find in your closet, very wearable, flattering, much like a restaurant menu. You should always look at fashion trends as just like a suggestion, maybe what looks appetizing to you. It shouldn't make you feel outdated or like you have to go out and buy a ton of stuff. It should just inspire you to have fun with your existing wardrobe and to maybe look forward to getting dressed again. So more than anything, fashion trends are here for fun. As always, I love to hear what is speaking to you and also what you don't like. It really helps to get to know you. I love chatting with you in the comments. So make sure to drop a line and tell me what you think. The very first fashion trend to take from runway to real life is what we'll call soft dressing. And the easiest thing that I can think of to give you exactly what I mean by that is the bubble hem. The bubble hem is something that's kind of been in and out of our orbit now for a couple of years and doesn't seem to really be fully exiting one way or the other. I have resisted it. I think sometimes it can be very difficult to style. I do have a couple of items that I have gotten over the last couple of years that I was completely enamored with, but just haven't worn that much. But if you do want to try some of this softer dressing, there's a few different ways that you can go about it. The first way I would recommend that you embrace the bubble hemline trend is not with the bottom, but actually with your top, because the bottom can sometimes be a little bit cumbersome and also very young looking. But in a top, it actually looks phenomenal and helps kind of influence the shape of your overall outfit. For example, a lot of the silhouettes that we're seeing with the bottoms in terms of like a cigarette pant and more tailoring at the bottom, and now paired with this bubble hemline top, just looks so amazing and really easy to style, very flattering as well. I recently got this top by Zara that, in my opinion, the perfect execution of what I was looking for. I wanted something a little softer with a bubble hemline, and this is a really great length. The top is a great way to start this kind of billowy, softer movement that we're seeing. And if you kind of want to give it a try before you go out and buy something, an easy way to take this trend out for a test drive is by doing a little fashion hack with 2 hair ties. I recommend that you use either like a clear hair tie or something that matches the fabric of your shirt. You want a looser shirt and tying both ends with a hair tie and then tucking under to artificially create that silhouette. This is a really great way to test drive to see if you will like it or not. And so if it does work for you, you can feel more confident about your purchasing decision if you do decide to get one. And that's very much what my channel is about. I hope you hit the subscribe button. I'm Ziba and I'm so happy you're here. I'm a stylist that has covered shows in New York and Paris. And I'm also just a mom trying to get dressed in the morning, and I love having fun with fashion. So I'm happy you're here. The second trend to take from runway to real life is the grown-up prep school. And the reason that this has held its ground now for a while, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, preppy outfits and silhouettes and actual clothing pieces are things that many of us reach for time and time again. They're very comfortable and they feel chic and polished while still being relaxed and sporty. And the other reason, of course, is because brands like Bali, Loewe, Ralph Lauren, Prada, Miu Miu, Gucci, almost all of the really top luxury brands right now, they're all doing an iteration of this preppy, sporty looks because comfort as a whole has really become front and center for fashion as an industry. So even though you do see some designers having a lot of fun and dreaming, like Marc Jacobs, and kind of having these incredible pieces of art going down the runway, a lot of designers have started to really create, even for runway, with an actual real woman in mind. This is the reason why this trend persists, and an easy way to execute it is with polo shirts like this, of course, a pleated skirt in any length, loafers, sneakers, tennis skirts, and loafers that give us that sporty feel and elegance without feeling way down. One of my favorite ways to wear a polo is with wide leg jeans and a belt and slides and a light blazer. It's really practical and a trend that you can actually feel good about maybe investing in some pieces, because yes, it is trendy right now, but it's very much a classic. The third trend to take from runway to real life is over accessorizing. And now I know that sounds ridiculous, and if you're like me and a Coco Chanel disciple, then you know that before you leave the house, you take one thing off and you put it away just to be ultra chic and just the perfect level of accessorize. However, over accessorizing has taken over the fashion world, and I believe it's for 2 different reasons. Number one, we have Gen Alpha that is growing up in a social media world with screens. They see all of the content, all of the trends, all of the fashion. And I think because of that, they see these common threads and they want to break through and have individualism. So they don't want to look like everybody else. They want to make it personalized. They want to make sure their interests are known through different like little stickers on their Crocs and little charms on their bags and their laces, their jackets. So I've been seeing some kids with some bespoke hand sanitizer holders. The inspiration comes from there, and then combined with that are the luxury brands that have really been struggling over the last couple of years, either flatlining or just a general decline in their profitability and revenue, and they're trying to make up the margin somehow. So these charms and bracelets and all the accessories are high margin items for the most part. They're like a really great way for the brands to make a lot of money on these smaller items that don't cost a lot to make, but that still give them a lot of profit. And not only are they getting that margin, but also consumers are more readily able to get these items. So I may not be able to buy an Hermes Kelly, but maybe I can buy an Hermes lipstick holder or a little bag charm. Or I might not be able to go all into a full head to toe Miu Miu look, but I can buy a Miu Miu bag charm or shoelace or something. So this over accessorizing is very much part of the conversation. You don't have to play into these Gen Alpha and luxury brand games. You can just dig into your treasure chest and think about what you already have. Brooches from your aunts, hand-me-downs from your mom, heirlooms, things that you have picked up over the years, and make it your own beautiful customized work of art that tells the world who you are. This is just a way to infiltrate fun in fashion and not take yourself too seriously. It's a trend that I actually really like. And speaking of brooches and hand-me-downs from the rich aunties, we have the ladies who lunch trend, which was very much seen on the runway. The predictable pairs like Chanel and Dior, Carolina Herrera with beautiful rose pendants, pastel lavender colors that we're seeing a lot this season. Oscar de la Renta heavily using the butter yellow trend. I am here for. There's one outfit in particular that I really love. This is a little soft cardigan from J. Crew that's majorly on sale with my H&M chiffon skirt. I usually pair them together and I feel like it looks very sharp. I get a lot of compliments every time that I wear it with like a structured bag and glamorous sunglasses, and I feel very like Upper East Side. There's also a top that I just got from Zara. It's like a peplum cardigan with gold buttons. I love it. It looks so beautiful and elegant. The fabric is really soft and buttery as well. And the timeless elegance of like a silk or satiny skirt. And what I get from that is the boho chic trend, which we have covered a lot this season, and it's not going anywhere. I think if you can shift your mindset from like very boho, very hippie, flower child to more elegant, ethereal, romantic, then it really helps you see this aesthetic in a different lens. And there's a reason why brands like Chloe, Anthropologie, Free People, Tory Burch, Zimmermann always have a boho chic element in the spring summer. It's because it's very much of the season, having floral prints, the ruffles, chiffon and georgette materials, really nice softness that I think we all crave in the summer. If you're not ready to go all out, a really great place to start is with a hero piece. And in particular, a top is an easy item to manipulate. For example, this one is by Zara. It's got really nice lace detail. The material is gorgeous. I know that it's gonna sell out really quickly just because it feels like a Love Shack fancy quality, and it's incredible. So pairing this with just a very simple tank top underneath, maybe some denim. Another key way of styling an aesthetic without feeling ridiculous or costumey is always by mixing in different style. If you're new to this boho chic trend, then just leaving the top, whether that's a ruffly shirt. This one is by J. Crew. I love it. They have it in 3 different colors like blush, black and white. So sticking to the one top and then adding maybe loafers and tailored pants just to kind of break up the aesthetic. But if you're ready to embrace it more wholeheartedly, then adding maybe some wedges that are also Chloe inspired, or maybe some beads, suedes. We're seeing a lot of the summer suedes are going nowhere at all. So just keep them out. And the good news is that before we used to put our suedes away after fall, winter, and now it's like they're going right through the summer, which I'm here for. So start with that one piece, and as you feel a little bit more comfortable, you can incorporate more pieces as well as go for a full-fledged boho chic dress that's a little bit more airy, lacy, and which takes us to our next trend. The next trend to take from runway to street is lace. I had to do this as its own category because it plays into a lot of these facets. So Yes, we've seen in the boho chic trend. We also see it in maximalism and minimalism. So I'm seeing the common thread here with the lace in a lot of different places. And I think that is because there's a lot of versatility in it. You know that when a brand like Kate, which is historically very minimalist and kind of sticks to the same kind of like clean, crisp fabric, if they're incorporating lace, then you know that it's gone a little bit more mainstream. It's a really beautiful, subtle way to add elegance and femininity. And so there's a couple of ways that I would recommend that you incorporate it, whether that is just a little lace trim along your slip skirt or in a top. I got this set by Zara recently in a black. They also have in a white, and I couldn't decide like which one I wanted. It was so difficult, but I chose black just because I'm a coffee drinker and I'm kind of messy. So I'm like, this will probably last longer. Let me know which one you like more. But this lace trim that feels really relevant, kind of like embroidered too. Embroidery is always huge in the spring, summers. So you've got a lot of options. If you're not ready to like kind of have a little peekaboo moment with your camisole or with your slip skirt or a set like this, then an easy way to just incorporate it is just by adding a scarf that has some lace embellishment, because scarves are everywhere in 2025, including as a belt. So trend number 7 to take from runway to real life is the power suiting. And much like 2025 has been a year of juxtaposition, this is the same thing here. We're seeing one, maximalism, so lots of powerful 80s silhouettes, double-breasted suits, the skirt over the pants, lots of volume and drama that I think is great if you're that kind of fashion risk taker. I don't know a lot of women who would wear a skirt over pants, but if you are that person, then more power to you. A great way to get started is by doing a double-breasted suit with more voluminous pants. Like pants are very present. This is a really easy way to kind of get that vibe, but maybe not feel like you're going too far in one direction of the trend. On the other hand, we have a very minimal silhouette with just a lot of crisp tailoring, clean lines, none of the drama and the volume, just literally 90s inspired, clean cut. Think Kate and Gucci versus like Balmain and Valentino in YSL. If you are gonna go the minimalist trend, a great way to add interest to your outfit is by adding a suede element, whether that's a belt, shoes, or a bag. And if you kind of want to play both sides, this pair of trousers by Zara is also a really great option. It's got that peekaboo moment that looks like you have some boxer shorts underneath with a drawstring. And what I like about these pants, number one, they have a great silhouette. They have like that fluidity that I really love. They have very subtle pleats that don't create bulk. But number two is that little peekaboo moment at the top. You can choose to either show it or not show it. So if you're wearing a tank top like I am here, then you'll be able to see that moment. But if you want to hide it, you want to wear a button down or maybe a polo shirt that covers it, you can't. So you've got options, and you can either look a little bit trendier or you can look more classic. For summer trends to not add to your cart, make sure to watch this video. And if you had fun with me today, make sure to hit the subscribe button.